What's up?
What's up?
There it is, folks. Welcome back. We are only two rich individuals coming over the headphones intercom system for multiple reasons that there's only two of us. One, because Rory just decided not to jump on the train for whatever reason, not quite sure, with the Chris Buescher and Connor Zilic cashings, laugh to the bank. And also, Rory got a little bit of what they call karma. And what I mean by that is your boy had shitty Florida internet for, I don't know, 3 years, 2.5 years of this podcast, up until last week. And you know what text I got at, I don't know, 5 minutes ago? Great. My fucking internet is down. Guess y'all go ahead without me. That's what you fucking get, Roars. All right, buddy? Talking all that shit on Twitter. You want to come at me for my Florida internet, and look who's laughing now. I've been underwater here in Jacksonville. It has pissed rain for 10 straight days, and I still got better internet than you. So I had to get that out of the way, and also take a little jab at him, because the two of us are filling the bank accounts. Each of us already booked trips with our friends and family. Thank you, Chris Buescher. Thank you, Connor Zilic. And Roy's over there just mad at the world. What you got? What you wanted, buddy? You got what was coming your way. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. So Zach, how's it going, buddy? How does it feel to finally go 2 for fucking 2?
Good, man. Good. They were both very sweaty though. They weren't easy. The Zilic one, you were just hoping someone didn't wreck him. He was clearly, you know, heads and tails above everyone else, and just destroyed that field. Buescher, he kind of came. I live bet him. He kind of came on in the middle there, especially when the race kind of got flipped and Ross couldn't pit and SVG couldn't pit at the end of the stage. So, but yeah, I got him at like 20-1, so that was great. Good weekend. Um, I the race was not great. I don't think. The tires mattered at first for a little bit, but then it seems like they didn't matter at all. Like when Ross and SVG stayed out at the end of the stage and could just, they held everyone off still until they pitted. The tires don't matter then.
And I was having to defend myself for people thinking that 2, 3, 4 lap fresher tires were going to make that much of a difference. So I'm happy that there was finally a weekend where what we thought was going to happen happened. Finally. I mean, it
At
felt
least
like
us.
it's been, yeah, well, us, right. That's what I mean. Layin Coin, us three, NLD. I felt like it's been a while where, we could have hit some things correct and a lot of things correct, and we've had a lot of winning weeks, but rarely does it happen where we're literally wrong about very, very few things. I mean, I
Like
think
I,
the only bet I lost this week was a Brad Keselowski over Bubba Wallace matchup, and it was because Brad wrecked.
yeah, and I tried, like even on Twitter or X, whatever. This week I was tweeting. Last week I was tweeting out like the playoff drivers are all going to go for points. Whoever wins the race isn't going to have that many stage points. Well, Buescher won the race; he had 0 stage points.
Yep.
Um,
And the highest finishing playoff driver was Briscoe in 6th. I mean, it literally worked. It
yeah.
played out. It played out exactly how you thought it was going to play out.
You know what the good news is? A couple more weeks, we get to do it all over again at the road.
Yes, sir. And that was the data that you used. You used the 2
Yes.
playoff road course races that we've had in the next gen era, and just used that data to make picks, and it worked. And we're gonna do it again. We're gonna fucking do it again.
Couple more weeks, we'll be right back on it.
Let's fucking go. Now, of course, NASCAR is going to NASCAR and something fucked up will happen. But while those 2 races weren't barn burners, obviously Connor Zilic put on a show. I mean, some of those first of all, Matt DiBenedetto, buddy, we have hit the end of the road. I cannot. If you would have cost us the Zilic win because you stopped in the bus stop because of a rear end, whatever failing, um, I probably would have put you on the cross, crucified you, because I can't have that much money on the line and just give you a pass. Because you're in a shit box. I need you to get it going for me, for the $100 wagers to come back weekly. I need something to change. Now you just got to fight to get out of the doghouse, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Zach said it last week towards the end of the episode. He's like, listen, you guys are going to get sick and fucking tired of me talking about Connor Zilic. Well, he went out there and showed it, and I'm a fan. I'm in, dude. He's taking this sport by storm. Those restarts, I thought for sure he was going to get dumped. I thought the tires were going to come. And then I think, Zach, I think it was the final restart where Ty Gibbs had to pull off, or was that one of the green white checkers? I can't remember, but that totally gave him the win.
It was like 2 restarts before whatever the final one. I think that because like Gibbs ran out of gas, and I think they went like 2 more restarts before the end of the race.
Yeah, I thought the obviously the ending on road courses, I mean, a green white checkered, it's going to be entertaining, and I don't remember who tweeted this out, but someone said, does a great finish make a boring race great, or make it good, or whatever the thing was? And my answer is yes, dude. This is the fan in me. That's what I want to see. I want to see an electric ending. That ending on Sunday was fucking electric. The
I will
call,
say
the everything.
mine would be like if it's I would say it was a good race, not a great race on Sunday. Like because the finish takes it from like crap to good. Do you know,
Okay.
like the races before the finish, it was pretty crappy. It was track position. You couldn't pass. The ending was great. So to me, you get a crap and a great. We put it together. You get a good.
It's like a mixed baby.
Yeah, or whatever. I don't even think we were gonna have any conversation like that without Rory this week. Um,
I didn't mean it like that. Okay, I get it now. That's not how I meant it, but okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't even like because I watched the in-car camera, so I was watching Bushers. I thought we were done when SVG got him on the restart, and then dude, just watching him come up through the S's. I was like, ooh, he might be close enough to rough him up a little bit in the bus stop, and then SVG choked, man, hit the
Dude, he
curbs too
did.
hard. From the in car, when I was watching, I was like, oh, Busher hit him, but he didn't. He didn't really hit him until he got to the inside of him.
Right.
So I don't really think he didn't really rough him up. So it was exciting. I can't believe how much how well of a run he got on that last lap. Like just through like he outdrove SVG that last lap by a
Oh
lot.
yeah, and
By a lot.
even after he took the lead, I mean, down into the last 2 corners, I mean,
Oh
he had
yeah.
to drive it in, and you saw SVG just fucking doing whatever to try to
Yeah.
get there.
It was awesome. Like it was the ending was great. But yeah, I mean, it's still not the tires didn't fix the problem. It's
That's
still
correct, and that's
can't pass
unfortunate.
clean air.
But we've seen the tires work at Bristol in the spring.
Yeah.
I know a lot of factors are different: nighttime versus day, temperature, different type of. They put the PJ1 down. Now they're putting the resin down. They're not going to reapply it. They said, I can't remember what they said. I heard some snippet saying they're not planning on reapplying. Something's going to have to happen for them to reapply. So, do you have any thoughts on the resin versus PJ1 and the tire and the weather this weekend?
I don't think we're gonna have as bad tire issues. Um, and I think Danny explained it really well. Even I don't like him. I'm gonna call him out later here, but he explained it very well. Since the tire shreds so much, it fills in the coarseness of the track. That's why. So eventually, you're not on the track; you're on that rubber. So that's why the tire wearing, like in practice at Watkins Glen, they saw a lot of fall off. As the race went along and more rubber was laid down, that's why there was no more fall off. And he says the reason that Bristol happened if you think about it, that's the first time that they were there in the spring and that's usually dirt.
Sure.
Every other time they've been at Bristol, they've had trucks, Xfinity, Cup.
Mm.
This spring they didn't have Xfinity. He was saying the extra rubber that Xfinity would have laid down probably would have alleviated their problems.
Wow. I did not hear the Denny's podcast, but that is a phenomenal explanation. And
Yeah,
not only do you have Xfinity, but you also have ARCA
and trucks.
and trucks on Thursday night. I'm
That's
fired up.
probably
I'll tell
why
you what, I'm fucking fired up.
they're not putting the resin shit down until after the truck race.
Yeah, they're putting it down. I think they said Friday morning, isn't they're putting it
Yeah,
down?
yeah.
One groove up, I believe I saw.
Which I don't. I hate that. Like anytime you got to put spray down, that just means racing at a sucky track. Bristol used to be awesome. Just it's
What was it? Norm Benning? No. Who? What video did that onboard video from 1992 that I sent y'all earlier? Who drove that car?
was it Morgan Shepherd
It
or
was
Neil
Morgan
Bonnet?
Shepherd. No, it was
Yeah, there you
Morgan
go.
Shepherd. Dude, that place looked sick. Like you could see the sunset through the, obviously the seats weren't all the way around like they are
Oh
now.
yeah,
That place looked awesome.
dude. When I started watching racing there, they only had front and back stretch stands, and in the corners it was just a hillside with grass, so people would just sit on that.
That's crazy. And that place, have you ever been to Bristol?
I need to go there.
Dude, it is like people talk about Daytona and Talladega and Indianapolis and even Watkins Glen with the and I'm sure Pocono too, but just with the surrounding area being cool and like the history and tradition and the obviously Daytona is like the mecca. Bristol might be the coolest location on the planet, dude. I mean, it's literally in the middle of the mountains. It's beautiful. There's a nice little town. It's not. I mean, it's in the middle of nowhere, but it's not in the middle of nowhere. It's just a beautiful spot. You're walking up hills and down hills, and it's just. Then you get to the place, and it's just this massive fucking stadium. It looks like a football stadium, but it's just gigantic stadium, and it's all the way around. I mean, you get to Daytona, and you're walking up, and you can't see the end of the stands. But Bristol,
Yeah.
obviously, the track is so small, and the stands are so huge. I mean, it's a must visit. And now, don't plan on going there for a first date or anyone you want to talk to, because I had Rory sitting next to me the whole time when I went a couple years ago, and I didn't hear a fucking word he said the whole time. And he's just trying to yap my ear off the whole fucking time. I had no idea what he's saying. So don't plan on going and talking. But that is a wonderful, wonderful spot to camp, to go spend 4 or 5 days. Wonderful spot. Anyway. All right. Well, we got a few things to cover before we get to Bristol, and I think this is going to be a jam-packed. I think we're actually going to be able to talk about some intellectual things tonight, and maybe a couple less f-bombs, a couple less faggot jokes, MAGA faggot jokes, and we might be able to get down to business. So I know that I have a few topics I want to hit. Zach's got a couple. Let's start with one of yours. You mentioned earlier Denny Hamlin, and
Yes,
I know you don't like him to begin with, and neither does Rory, but you respect what he has to say, at least when it comes to the podcast. That was a great explanation.
and I love that he's going against NASCAR too. I mean,
Yeah,
good fucking luck, but
shove the
I
middle
love it.
finger in their face, dude.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. So I mean, I like that part of him. I like his podcast. I just, again, like I don't know how someone can be so arrogant when you don't win it.
I mean, I get it. I mean,
Yeah,
I understand because he's never done it, and I think he's had like 6 or 7 legitimate shots to win a
yeah.
championship and has blown every single one of them, whether his
Already
fault or
got
not.
his already got his built-in excuse ready for this year. Oh, they
The
took away my
dog.
points for the engine. They said I lost my points.
See, I will say this. Okay, I've said this on the podcast before. I'm pretty sure it was this year. He resembles not everything about him, but parts of Denny Hamlin resemble narcissism. And remember a few years ago when Jordan Fish came out and tweeted a bunch of stuff, and like, I understand that the story that he tells about the engine with Toyota is probably accurate. I can't imagine he's going to go on a podcast where everybody on his team's listening, everybody on Toyota's listening. They're at least going to see the clip. I can't imagine he's going to lie about that. But it is a little bit ironic that he blames it on someone else. If it's true, it's true. If that's reality, that's fine. But there's just shades of narcissism that I'm feeling. And I love Denny Hamlin. I root for him. I pull for him. I love that he gets booed. And Zach was talking about, I can't wait till Denny wrecks and the whole crowd erupts and boos.
Oh, my God. How great would that be? If he wrecks out early Saturday and everyone knows he's out of the playoffs, man,
they're going to go nuts.
Loud cheers.
They're going to go fucking nuts.
I think there's way more than shades of narcissism with Denny Hamlin. Like, yeah.
Right, well, what do you have to say about him for this week?
Let's talk about how they cheated the system this week.
Oh boy, I feel like that's hard to do.
So first off, like, all the teams do this, okay? I remember at Darlington, you could see certain teams would pit so that their teammate could move further up to try to get more points and stuff like that, okay? Pit under caution, when the pits are open. All I'm saying is if another team did this, Denny would have been crying on his podcast about this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So let's go. The caution comes out lap 37, 38, okay?
I was still at the Jags game, pissed.
So
continue.
This is when Ross and SVG couldn't pit. So the pit's closed, right?
Uh-huh.
So the top 10 at that time is Ross, SVG, Joey Logano, Gibbs, Byron, Burton, Briscoe, Bowman, Bubba Wallace, Priest. That's the top 10. Okay?
Okay.
So the pits are closed. You can't pit. So that should be the stage ends in 2 laps, right? That should be our stage finish, right?
Okay.
That was not our stage finish. That's weird. Huh. Wonder what happened there. Let's look at the penalty report from NASCAR. Let's see. Infraction.
I've never seen this side of you.
We have an infraction on lap 38. And again, this is because if fucking another team did this, he'd be crying on his fucking podcast.
I'm following. Okay?
Yep. Lap 38. Oh, pitting before pit road is open. Who would do that? Oh, Bubba Wallace did that. Oh, fuck. So he gave up 2 stage points because he pitted early. Maybe he was involved in the crash, right?
Maybe.
To bring out the caution. On the damage vehicle policy at that point. Nope, only the 99 is. The 99 also did pit early, but that's because he was a wreck. Who do we think benefited from Bubba Wallace giving up his 2 stage points?
Denny Hamlin was running 11th.
Oh, Denny Hamlin was running 11th. So at the stage, since Bubba Wallace pitted and got a penalty with not under the damage policy, Denny Hamlin got 1 stage point. Is that not race manipulation?
On the outside, the answer is yes.
I think we need cameras and we need to hear the
audio.
The audio.
I think we got to hear the audio. I don't think we have an option. I mean, obviously 1 point is 1 point, but that's just saying, oh, I cheated on my wife with 1 girl. It's still 1. It's like, oh, instead of taking a penalty stroke, I just dropped my golf ball and said, oh, I found my ball. That's only 1 ball. Okay. It's only 1. I get that. I mean, that's where do you, okay. I'll just counter it. Does that go, well, I was going to say, where do you draw the line? Like, is that just doing everything you can to win, or does that fall under NASCAR when they got Michael Waltrip Racing, where you have to, give 100% effort at all times of the race.
The 100% rule is bullshit too, because how about BJ McLeod letting off the gas and letting Denny pass him last week for a point? And Kyle Busch did the same thing this week to let Denny get the lucky dog. He let Denny get in front of him after
and Denny even said, "Thanks, Kyle."
And he even said thanks. So let's not even talk about the 100% rule. Like, and I'm talking about
that's a judgment.
Straight cheating. Like, you told your dude to pit under caution with the pit road closed because he probably got stuck out there, and like he was supposed to probably pit just like Ross and SVG, but he got stuck out there. So, you know, boo-hoo, you didn't get your point. Just like boo-hoo, I didn't get my fucking 40-1 Logano stage 2 winner. Because who's in third place at that point? Joey fucking Logano. So once the 1 and 16 pit, there we go, baby.
What? Oh my God. Damn, I didn't know you had that too. Oh, so you're fucking pissed. You are not a happy
I don't even,
camper.
but that doesn't even have anything. The Bubba Wallace Denny has nothing to do with my Logano bet. That was the whole NASCAR calling is. If NASCAR was smart in that situation, they would have let the lead lap cars go past the start finish line. Those who wanted to pit could pit, and then you throw the caution. It's not like, again, it's just use common fucking sense.
Yeah, I wasn't watching when all this went down. I didn't even know where Zach was going with this. When he sent the topic, I'm like, well, you're going to have to take this one because I have no idea.
So Ross was leading, and they threw the caution like as he's coming out of the last turn, going into the pit.
So there could have been a little bit of a judgment call made there.
Exactly. They could have waited a little bit longer, is what I'm saying.
And we know NASCAR either hits the fucking button right before they spin, or they wait 90 seconds to figure out if Matt DiBenedetto is going to get it going in the bus stop.
Yeah. So it was, and then like that's just bullshit with Bubba and I'm sure they'll come up with some excuse like, oh, he had a flat tire or something. But come on, I mean, we know it's right there.
Yeah. Do you think anything's going to come of it? I mean, obviously, no. if this, okay, what if this gets brought to NASCAR? I'm sure it will, and they review the audio, and there is just one little trace, some code word, something that they can prove that Bubba Wallace pulled over to give Denny the stage point. You think anything's going to happen?
Something should happen.
That wasn't my question.
Fine.
$25,000.
You know what? Has Denny signed the charter deal?
No.
Maybe he'll sign it now.
Hey, thanks for the freebie, NASCAR. Here you go. Sign my life away. I mean, he's still 6 points out. No, there is a legitimate chance Denny gets caught up in something and he's outed first round. Legitimate chance.
The biggest roar at Bristol in a long time.
Since Earnhardt turned Terry?
Yeah, people were pissed that day.
Really? Oh, they wanted Terry to win.
I mean, no, it was over the line. He got booed in victory lane that day.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa. You think if Denny wins, it'll be shades of Gordon at Talladega? Beer cans?
That'd be awesome too.
That would be
isn't
awesome.
Isn't this the track where they throw cucumbers at him?
I have no idea. Oh, was it Martinsville or Bristol?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I can't remember.
Oh, I don't know.
I can hit him with a bunch of cucumbers.
Dent the hood.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You know, I feel like honestly he's not gonna make it. Well, I know you have bets otherwise, and
large bets.
Again, he over simulated the whole playoff scenario. I only need 20 points at each race, and dude, just fucking go out and race.
I get it, and I'd love to know the stat of how many times it's actually worked to go hang out in the back and then come towards the front at the end at a super speedway. I'd love to just know what the success rate on that is. It cannot be very high.
Car, not good at all because you can't do it in the next gen.
because they're just going to wreck and you'd be
Well, and
stuck.
there's no like the three wide's rare because they're saving gas. And then if you have Atlanta, there's not even really a third line at Atlanta to even try it. So you're kind of just stuck back there. It's not like previous car. I mean, no one's Dale Earnhardt it from 18th to first in 3 laps.
Yeah.
It's just not possible anymore.
Yeah.
Unless they're saving gas. If they're saving gas and 5 of them get together on the outside and want to go, then yeah, you can do it
Sure.
then. But if you're racing, then no.
Right.
Where
Yeah.
prior
Okay.
you could use your talent in your car and race to the front, I don't think you can do that anymore.
Yeah.
I think you have to work at it the whole race to get up front and get track position.
Yep. I'm with you. I think you hit the nail on the head. You just got to go out and race. I mean, I understand. Leave it to Gabe Hart. Whether whoever's decision it was to sit back, obviously it did not work out. It could have worked out.
It seems like it was Denny's decision, is from the stuff I inferred from listening. That was all Denny.
And then you go to a road course where he has sucked ass. He has sucked astronomical balls at road courses in the next gen car. I mean, terrible, terrible, terrible. And then obviously, terrible day. And now he's found himself 6 points out. And obviously, if the last however many wrecks didn't happen, he was going to be like 15 out. So obviously, he's very, very good at Bristol, and we'll get into it here shortly. Let's hit a couple. Do you have anything else on Denny, or let's hit a couple extras
That's
here?
it on that.
All right. Before we hit Bristol, what are we going to talk about? I found it. We don't have to spend a lot of time on this, but I found it quite interesting. Ty Norris is on the outs at Trackhouse, and the reports are that he's going to Colleague. Now, to my peon brain, and I don't know anything about Ty Norris other than that one Dale Jeter down there that he did, it just seems like he's just kind of bouncing around. Just maybe he's that much of a hot shot that Matt Rice or Matt Colleague is just here's $1 million to come run my team. Here's $5 million to come run my team. Or he's still got this holding on to this Teresa Earnhardt attitude, this piss and vinegar that he got from Teresa back at DEI, and he's coming in there and trying to shake things up, and Justin Marks doesn't like that. So I just found it, I don't know, I found it kind of interesting.
He could be like one of those people. I feel like there are certain people that they much prefer to like just build something up, and then once it gets to a certain point, leave it. Maybe he's like one of those people. Seems maybe like his career path is following that. But I mean, it could be a million other things also. I don't think it'll really make much of a difference in the car and stuff like that.
So did he go to Michael Waltrip Racing too?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, I think you might be right. You might be onto something. That's interesting. Maybe it's just
there are people
guy.
like that. Like
sure, absolutely. Well, I don't know if he's going to help Colleague as much. I don't know, man. The fucking Trackhouse came out of nowhere quick after that first year.
I don't think with Ty Dillon driving there next year, it's going to bring it in,
Is Hemrick going to have a ride next year?
Probably not. Not in Cup. I'm sure he'll go back down. He has like that one, what is that, Poppy Bank or whatever?
Yeah, he's had Poppy Bank a long time.
I'm sure that's like his
different
one
app
thing.
every other week.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you can get in a Cup car this season for this amount, because clearly that's what they did this year with that team. They just sold both those rides off. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why he was able to jump up, but he'll probably go back down.
Yeah, I could see that. He's not very good. All right, well, fuck it. The Ray Halls had the FBI on campus. I don't really follow anything, but I know Bobby has a compound down here in the Northeast Florida, and he's a customer. So I found that a little interesting that the FBI was on campus. Now, the original report had nothing. It was blah, blah, blah confirms the FBI is on campus of Ray Hall, whoever the fuck the other two names are, doesn't matter. And that's it. That's really all we got. And then the rumor goes that it had something to do with them hiring an employee from Andretti and, I don't know, stealing information, whatever it was, breaking NDAs, who knows what it was.
P. Diddy parties, whatever it takes, man. There's a lot of stuff's going on.
Oh, was he in the picture with Jeff Gordon and Brian Vickers?
Maybe. Yeah, Brian Vickers' wife is messed up and all that. That first guy that got caught, nothing happened to him.
No way.
Yeah, she was one of his girls.
Whoa, I did not know that. Oh shit, Brian Vickers might be fucked.
I think he was fucked a long time ago and he had blood clots all through his legs. But anyways,
or when he wrecked Junior and Jimmy Jam.
Dude, that video. You know the video I'm talking about, right? With the guy who yells and his kids right there.
Yes, I know exactly what
Jimmy Johnson.
Yes, dude.
That is like classic NASCAR meme right there.
Oh, it's so good. Dude, I love the memes where he's just like commentating a sport or NASCAR or whatever. And then like the edit starts popping. He starts yelling into the mic. God, this shit makes me fucking, God, it's so funny. Anyway, P fucking Diddy. Yeah, maybe Diddy's been in the Ray Hall business. Anyway. All right, let's get to old Bristol. Let's get down to business. 31 minutes in. Pretty good with the only two of us. But we did get some sex jokes in there. Had to fit them a couple in there. All right. Let me pull up the sheet. Whoa. Let me pull up the sheet. I should have had this out. Yeah, I just choked in my own spit. I tend to do that. All right, my boy. We're looking at 6 races. We're looking at 3 Bristols, all the night races spring race from this year, and then the 2 previous night races because, as previously mentioned, we had dirt on that track. And we also have put in Dover, I assume because of the concrete, and then both Darlington races. And I believe we did the same thing in Bristol in the spring. Is that correct? I feel like Dover and Darlington were definitely included.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Dover's like just a bigger Bristol, and Darlington has that tire wear factor that I think we'll see some tire wear this. I don't think we're going to see it as bad as it was spring.
Yeah, and Denny's explanation that makes sense in my brain. I mean,
so if you want to see the spring race, you need it to rain Saturday night or Sunday morning. Wash all the rubber off.
Well, let's see what the damn Google machine has to say about the weather.
I don't think there's any rain.
No? How about the temp?
I think it was like 70s, maybe.
When I was there, it was colder than shit. I wore jacket and jeans to the track. Yeah, there's not going to be a single drop of rain. Shout out motherfucking Mother Nature, man. Shout out to you. Thank you, man. Actually, the lows are 59 Thursday night, 58 Friday night, 61 Saturday night. So that's a little bit of chill. I don't remember what it was in the spring. Do you know? Do you remember?
I think it was warm in the spring. I think.
So you think the cold weather is going to help the tires?
I think that will help too. But I think it's more of having Xfinity there and all that rubber. Yep.
The rubber. Okay. Well, do we have qualifying? I don't see anything about it. I assume not. Nothing. No matchups.
No head-to-heads. No pull odds. No nothing. They hate us. I didn't even win that much last week. I broke even on them.
Listen, I don't talk I try not to talk arrogantly. I know that I send some arrogant tweets out and I say some dumb shit on Twitter. It still is Twitter, by the way. I say some dumb shit. I mean, I called Chris Buescher the greatest NASCAR driver in the history of the sport last week. I mean, it was my second biggest NASCAR cash of all time. I mean, it was massive. But there's only one person that you need to be trusting with your qualifying bets, and it's this guy. We what did we hit? We hit 3 or 4 in a row early in the season. I think we've hit every super speedway. Last week was a little bit of a question mark in the outright department, but the matchups went well, I believe. Listen, you don't need to go anywhere fucking else for qualifying bets. Zach is the greatest qualifying bettor on the planet, and it's not close. Matchups, outright, super speedways, road courses, mile and a half, you name it. That's why it's it's one of the first things that we talk about: comp tracks, and then right into qualifying. I mean, it's just obviously that's the order that it goes in the weekend, but golly, Zach, it's fucking fun when those hit, man. I'll tell you what.
Those are I do the qualifying head-to-heads. I really like. I wish we could get those. I wish we could get those at other books. I think we could find a real advantage there.
And I mean, dude, I have never seen someone diagnose a super speedway qualifying session like this guy. I mean, and it's spot on. I mean, it's fucking spot on. Obviously, it helps when the same guy wins and the book hangs 20, 40, 35 to 1 on the same guy to win super speedways. I mean, we get Talladega and McDriver's going to be fucking 7 to 1, 5 to 1. Good luck. But yeah, it's like, and you said it. It's like, and I've said it a bunch too. If the race goes green, there's reasons that podcasts are called Stay Green, because if the race goes green, whether it's post practice bets or live outrights, we're probably going to win money. That we're most likely going to win money. And in qualifying, there's much less risk involved with bullshit happening, as I would say. Obviously, you can have the guy wiggle, you can have the guy get off track, blah, blah, blah. But most of the time, especially at a super speedway, what you're going to get is what you're going to get. So if you got the numbers, you got the charts, you got the model, most of the time it works out. So don't go anywhere else for your qualifying bets. So with that being said, my question to you is, no qualifying matchups, no qualifying odds this week at Bristol. Have you seen a correlation between like question marks going into a weekend? Meaning, the books don't know what the tires are going to do, so they're not going to hang qualifying odds. Or there's a new rule like Atlanta, or there's a this or that. Have you noticed anything like that? Or the books are just, we'll get to it when we get to it?
I think with football starting and they got smacked around on McDowell a lot on the super speedways, probably not prioritizing it at all.
Now, last week they had them up, right? Did we go on Wednesday last week? Yeah, we did.
We had head-to-heads last week.
That's right.
Didn't have. Again, it's hard for me to remember because Caesars doesn't post them in PA anymore.
Bastards.
Why? And then but like sometimes I see them, sometimes I don't.
Oh, so you're saying that there's a potential they could have been up and taken down?
Yeah, I mean the head-to-heads we got taken down in like 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's no joke either.
It's a soft market.
Sure. I'm surprised you still have the ability to bet them, frankly.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Sons of bitches.
What sucks about this week, like we don't have the odds yet, so I can't really talk about it. But like the playoff drivers get to go at the bottom of each group.
What? Did they do that last week too?
Well, it didn't really matter because it was Watkins Glen. You didn't. They did it at Atlanta too, but they were just the last 10. So that's something to keep in mind. Someone I like for the poll. I don't even know what their odds, but Briscoe could be a surprise poll winner.
You like a little bit of Stuart Haas this week, my boy.
Yeah, and he's going out very late in his group. Wanted to do the same. You could probably get Bell in Group A going out really late, or in Briscoe in Group B going out pretty late. Hamlin will be definitely a threat. I'm sure he'll be the favorite for the Opens. But I will have to wait and see. Maybe Rivers or Bet365 can give us something, but I don't see anything right now.
You have Denny Hamlin at a 1.00 metric score. I wonder if that's good. Let me think about it. I mean, we've seen sub 1 metrics, 2 or 3 times this year. That's it.
That's for the poll. It gets,
right.
No, I mean, that's Bristol. He's 4th, 2nd, and 3rd. 3 races here.
And his finishes are 9th, 1st, 1st.
Yeah, so. No one The next best guy has an average start of 4.5. Then he's 2.25
Mm.
next gen.
Fuck. Dude, and if you just look at his average run position too on the comps, it's just flat out
Yeah, I
absolutely
mean,
ridiculous.
so if we're looking at my 2-win rankings,
Hmm.
it's Larson, Hamlin, 1-2. If we take out the pit crew stuff, Larson's 1 across the board in all the metrics. Hamlin's 2 across the board in all the metrics, and Ty Gibbs is almost 3 across the board in all the metrics. So I think if you throw Bell in there, that's the top 4 drivers. I'd be real surprised if one of them don't win.
And Tyrone Giblet's got fucking steamed, dog.
All right.
Steamed.
Yeah, I
Are you
got him
gonna
at
give me
18 to
the
1.
holy fuck?
Yeah, it was. I was 20, and by the time I got typing, it was down to 18. So, and my fair market for him is 10 this week. So I was very excited about getting 18.
18.
Yes, sir. Go be ready when they drop. That's it. That's all it's about anymore. You have to be ready when they're ready. As soon as they drop, ready to go.
I just don't. I mean, I got one legal book at my disposal, and it's
Yeah, I mean
motherfucking Hard
that's
Rock.
that sucks for you.
Yes, it does. Um. Well, I've got some bets. We'll get to them. Yeah. So Giblet's third, and by the way, Larson's metric is 1.20. That's pretty.
Yes.
That's pretty fucking good. The reason I said the Stuart Haas love this week. Now they're both tier 3, but Barry and Briscoe are both in your top 10.
Yes.
Talk to me a little bit about what the Fords and Stuart Haas have this week.
They were both pretty good here in the spring. They both qualified well. So they should start well. I just think they'll be up there in the top 10 all race. So, I mean, eventually that leads to the top 5. I think they're slightly behind Brad and the other 5 guys I mentioned earlier, or 4 guys I mentioned earlier. I think it's Larson, Hamlin, Gibbs, Bell, Keselowski, and then we're dropping like those. Even there's probably a little slight drop between Bell and Keselowski and between Larson, Hamlin, and the next 2. But like I think it's a big drop after those 5. I just think they're the next best. Um, yeah, Reddick and Wallace are there, and Byron could be there too. But I feel like Barry and Briscoe should be do very well here this weekend, especially Briscoe.
Okay. All right. Playoff driver. I'm going to talk about Byron here in a little bit. Little old Bill Byron. Um, I've done forgot what I've going to say. Fuck. Oh, question. All right. So those guys you named in the top 5. I mean, Larson, Hamlin, Gibbs, Bell, Keselowski. I'm going to ask you the question and then I'm going to explain it. What Bristol race is most important between spring of this year and Bristol night of last year? If you look at them at the stats, the NLD stats, the loop data, whatever you want to look at, they're very, very, very similar, but there were 2 very, very, very different races. The top 6 are all a bunch of green, and I love Zach because he color coordinates things for me. Green is good, red is bad, yellow's okay, orange, don't even think about it. So the top 6 guys, and actually Elliott's up there, but it looks to be because of the comp tracks, not necessarily Bristol. But there's a lot of correlation between Bristol night last year and the spring race this year. Do you know? Well, what are your thoughts, basically? If you were to pick one race or a set of races and then add in or rank the comp tracks, I just word
Yeah,
vomited all over my fucking self.
I would do spring Bristol, then just a little bit less fall Bristol last year, and then I'd probably go Dover, fall Darlington, spring Darlington, and years ago, Bristol.
So unfortunately for everybody, except for my championship ticket, Denny Hamlin won in the spring. He won the night race last year. He won Dover. He came in 7th in Darlington Fall a couple weeks ago, 4th Darlington Spring, and then 9th Bristol a couple weeks ago. If you just take the average run position of those 5 races, 5.86, average finish of 2.8. Average finish 2.8. Golly. Okay, so Bristol Spring, Bristol Fall last year, Dover, both Darlingtons, and then if you want to throw in a Bristol a couple years ago, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, stuff that happens 2 years ago, I don't really
Sure,
put that
sure.
much in anymore.
A lot has changed. A lot
Everything
has
changes
changed.
so quickly anymore that I think you're really just trying to look at correlating tracks this season, maybe like a race from last season, if it was at that track.
All right, checks out. All right, well, I'm going to give a couple picks out. I want to talk a little bit about Xfinity. I don't have truck odds. So,
I
I
have
mean,
an
we can.
Xfinity bet.
Oh shit! Another one. Holy fuck. Okay. Well,
It's
hold on.
kind of the
Hold
same
on.
deal as Ty Gibbs, though. So
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see if I'll bet on it. Yeah, I still don't have truck odds, so we'll talk a little bit about some guys, and we'll talk about the model. But other than that, all right. My first play, not my biggest play, but the first play that I made notes on is drumroll, please. Kyle Larson, top 5, even money on Hard Rock. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, dude, do you not remember the spring race with the bullshit that occurred? Yes, I do. But I have been educated, and I don't think that the shit show is going to commence. Now, I sent a tweet out. I said it might commence, but it might not. It's probably not going to commence. So anyway, um, starting point number 1, he's first in the model with a metric score of 1.2. Now, the closer you get to that number 1 number, the more that I like you. And I'm going to find a way to bet on you, whether it's matchup, whether it's top 5, whether it's to win, pending the number. Zach has had some dark horses here and there. This is not one of them. He has the second best odds outright. I believe I have access to 6-1. I don't know what the best number is, but his top 5 is even money. And in the 6 samples that we're looking at, he's second in average run position, third in average finish with a 8.6. That includes 3 for 3 in the last 3 Bristol races, finishing in the top 5, which is immaculate. And another thing that I liked is he's number 1 in NLD speed. I thought Hamlin with the average run position and all that, I thought Hamlin for sure was going to be first in NLD speed. That was the kicker. That's what moved the bet from a couple shekels to a decent amount of shekels. Zach also got me. We were talking about it last week. The number of laps ran inside top 3, 5, 7, and 10. He spent 70 in the shit show of a race. Oh no, this was last year. Sorry. He spent 71% of his laps in the night race last year in the top 3. So that's a lot of laps inside of a top 3. And it only gets better as you raise the bar. I also have a little note here. Also has the most laps in the top 3 in the 3 Bristol races, including the spring shit show, ahead of Denny Hamlin, who everyone's talking about. So I like Larson this week. I think top 5 at even money is a fun bet. Is a good bet. And it all starts with the metric score being 1.20. Zach, I know you're not fond of betting that kind of number this early in the week, but what are your thoughts on Kyle Larson as a whole?
yeah, it's gonna be him versus Hamlin. That should be the race this weekend. I think it'll be interesting. Like, how hard are these other drivers gonna go? Like, say Denny has to win. Like, it's playing out late in the race. and it's going to be Larson versus Hamlin, or trying to think of someone else. William Byron versus Hamlin, Chase Elliott versus Hamlin. Like, if you know you can knock Hamlin out by denying him winning the race, like, it would be real interesting.
Mm. Mm. That's a good point. You don't have any cut bets, do you? Oh, Gibbs.
Oh yeah,
Giblets.
Gibbs. Yeah, I mean, and that was just 18-1. I mean,
Sure. You
ridiculous
had to
number.
hit it. I
Yeah,
mean, fair market was $8 ahead, and third in the model. You had to
yeah,
hit that.
yeah.
Okay, what about the number that everyone's going to see when they wake up tomorrow and they listen to this podcast at 8.5, 9-1?
For Gibbs,
Yeah.
I 10-1 is probably my lowest I would go on him, and I probably would want like a 12 right now since he's
Okay. Well,
free.
I was going to say what I'm going to do. What's your post practice number? Let's say, I guess it depends on what happens at practice. Yeah,
Let's
that was
say
a stupid
How about
question. Let's
this?
say he's still third in the model.
Let's say he starts fifth and he's like fifth in practice.
Yeah, what's the number?
800.
All right. Well, he's not going to be 800. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Well, he might be. He
If he
might be.
starts fifth,
If Hamlin and Larson go out and dick slap the field in practice and qualifying, then yeah, okay, maybe they keep the other guys at 8-1. Sure. Okay.
in practice this week, I don't just to make sure everyone knows, it's 1 45-minute session for all cars.
Laps.
Yeah, but all cars at once
Laps.
is going to be bananas. Lots of
All
traffic.
cars. Okay, so we're gonna have these big ass fucking tracks. We're gonna split up into groups, and we're gonna go to Bristol and put them all out there at once.
Uh-huh. And I
What the
think
fuck, NASCAR?
that's probably because they want to try to get a read on the tires. Is
Oh
my
my
guess.
god, you fucking idiots, dude! I almost said the R word.
And I'm guessing they'll probably
You're
give them
kidding
3
me.
sets for practice too, which I hate. I hate
Because
when they give them 3
you
sets.
want the least amount of tires going.
Yeah.
You want to see
If
how
you're
many laps we can get on one set.
Last week was perfect. You give me 20 minutes on one set. You give me 20 minutes on another set. I'm gonna read that good. Like I felt like last week that was perfect. It gave us a great feel for who was gonna be fast. We had Busher up there, and it paid off.
You goddamn right it did. Yeah, when I sent my tweet out, I totally forgot. I mean, you got to think about my weekend. I get down there, play golf Thursday, drunk, wake up Friday, drunk, play pickleball, then get drunk, rehearsal dinner, wedding Saturday, miss the Xfinity race. I'm literally watching Zillich on my phone as I'm about to walk down the aisle, and there's 5 laps left. I'm like, this race is going to be over in 10 minutes. And sure enough, after the ceremony was over, race was not finished. Anyway, so I got to watch it. And then I wake up Sunday morning at 7 a.m. after being at the bar until, God knows when. I hit Busher at 50 because I saw you guys talking about it. And I'm like, all right, well, I have an available 50. Zach's talking about 50. Roy's talking about 50, although Roy didn't take it like a fucking idiot. A couple other guys took 50. And then I send the tweet out and I forget the 50. Anyway, there's a screenshot of it. I did hit 50. Anyway. All cars at once at Bristol. Zach, that
Yeah.
just
It's just gonna lead to a lot of throwaway laps, which sucks because that's like Again, we only get so much data, so now you're telling me like if you get stuck behind someone, do I really care about that? And it's gonna be more work for me, so that sucks.
How do you even know? Just video
You could tell also
or
like
looking at lap times?
I kind of have a formula that determines like,
How did I fucking
hey,
know? Why didn't I guess?
did their lap time fall off this much? You know,
Sure. Okay. Good point. Well, I'll leave the what is it? It's not nerd or dork. What is it?
geek.
Geek. The fucking geek, dude. I gotta get that word in my vocabulary. Come
But yeah,
on.
like if we could get that Watkins Glen, Group A20, Group B20, Group A20, Group that
You take that every week?
perfect
Really?
practice. Oh, but only 2
Because
sets
they
of
can make
tires.
adjustments?
Yeah, and only 2 sets of
Oh.
tires. Do not give him a third set. I only want 2 sets.
Mm. Damn
Yeah,
it.
because you get you get 20 minutes, which is almost like, you know, even at Watkins Glen, they got like 15 laps. The stage is only 20 laps. You got a real good look. And then they went back out and got another 15 laps.
Hmm.
You got like, okay, and then you saw it was good. I like that. I wish we could get that every week.
And then if they give them, if they give them 3 sets, and then they can, Denny Hamlin can go out, run 5 laps, know if his car's going to be good or not, come back down,
Yeah, I don't like 3
make the
sets.
adjustments, put the next set of tires on. Okay, then he might go 30 laps. Then they make an
Also,
adjustment. Yeah.
if they give them 3 sets, you might see guys making like mock Q runs.
Oh,
So like it just messes it all up. You know what I mean?
fuck. Yeah, they might make. God damn it. That's not what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
You know what was music to my ears is when you came in here last week and said practice is going to mean a lot.
Yeah.
I love that.
Not this week because
Fuck.
too much traffic.
Fuck. It's not what I
Yeah.
wanted to hear. Anyway, well, we'll
And it's
take
at
it into
like 4 o'clock.
consideration. We're gonna. Yeah, that's not gonna work out either, Zach.
Yeah.
That is not. Oh,
Yeah,
the
it's
old pen and paper.
4 p.m. baby. That's what time
Pen and
practice is.
paper, the fucking booklet. Hold on. Do you have a new booklet per weekend or the same booklet all year long?
So this is my second book of the year. We got, this is my cup stuff. And then we got
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Blur it out, Ford. Blur it out.
trucks. This is F1.
Whoa. Dipping his toe.
And then the last one is I got a bunch of like NFL, bet each team to win the division. $20 in a dream. Like here's one that's like $197,000 if they win.
Fuck yeah.
I don't think I have the Jags in any because they suck, but
Fuck you. We're gonna win in Buffalo on Monday. Just saying. Prime
No
time,
way.
baby. Prime
No
time.
way.
Trevor Lawrence is something serious. No picks, 8 touchdowns, 6 games. Just saying. And he only
When's the
played a
last
half
time
in
he
one of
won a
them.
game?
Like before Thanksgiving last year.
Sweet. Dude, my team sucks, but like we're 2-0.
All right. I don't give a fuck who your team is. You got Jussie Fields as a starting quarterback.
2-0.
We're not gonna fucking start this, Zach.
I just
Yeah,
sold
we
my
probably
tickets
are.
for the home opener because
Make
I
your
don't
money
go.
back.
Yeah. Got to
Shit.
pay for a couple extra games.
Hey.
There's a
Let's get it.
lot of night games on the Steelers schedule this year. But anyways, let's stay on that.
Must be fucking nice, Zach. We got 2, and they're both out of town. Anyway, one's in Philadelphia. I might go. Okay. Christopher Busher. We're going back to the well this week, folks.
Nice.
I took him top 10. I gave you the generational plus 170 last week. This one's not. I don't have a generational bet yet this week. Probably not going to happen with the unknowns, playoffs. We've seen this Xfinity race go fucking nutty. I would never in a million years have a generational bet on the Truck Series. So nothing crazy this week. But I put the same amount I put on Larson on Busher top 10 to win, not risking, but to win, minus 125. So he's 11th in the motto, which honestly I was a little surprised. And after I give you these numbers, Zach, you might have to diagnose it a little bit and tell me why. 11th in the model, 4th in average run position in the comps we're looking at, 4th in average finish. He's 3 for 3 finishing in the top 10 in the last 3 Bristol races, including an average finish of 4th with first, the one I was at, 100 to 1. Thank you very much. Rotodoc. Sorry. Fuck you for calling me out on Twitter. Because I didn't post the pick on Twitter. I just posted the 100 to 1 ticket, bitch. Anyway, so he finished first then, and then he finished 4th, and then 7th. And he's also 3rd in NLD speed. So I love Chris Busher. I'm not betting him to win. He's 16, 17, 18 to 1. I'm okay on that. We already got our 50 last week. But the stat, I looked at the model, and I'm thinking, hold on, all these stats are pointing towards very fast car, but he's outside the top 10 in the model. So if you have any thoughts, I'd love to hear them.
Yeah, you got to click that percent top 3, percent top 5 tab.
Oh
And
no.
remember, I am doing it when I build my rankings. It's to win. Okay.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
So,
Oh yeah, it's not good. Oh
and I
boy,
told
it's
you I
not.
don't use much of 22 Bristol.
Okay, where he led a lot of laps and won.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he has like 9% at
Mm,
the other tracks in the top
mm,
three.
mm,
Top five is a little higher, 39. But that's a lot from Darlington in the spring, which I told you again was one of the lower ones I used.
mm.
Now, if we go to top 7%, he pops a lot more, you know.
Uh,
Top 10%, he pops a lot more.
uh,
But again, for winning,
uh,
top three, top five, he just doesn't have it.
uh.
You bet top 10. I
I
wouldn't
did
be.
bet. I bet. Listen, I bet top 10. I
Yeah.
bet top 10.
He's
And
just not a win kind of guy for me this week.
that's right. I got to remember that because you've tell me that all the time that it's built for winners.
Yeah.
Now, I have successfully used it for the last 18 months to win prop bets. And every once in a while I'll use a matchup on it, but you've told me once you get to that 12, 13, 14, 15, it's almost irrelevant after that.
But we're
Um,
building. You're gonna have a head-to-head tool here in a couple weeks.
let's fucking go. I know you were testing that out last year for a little bit.
Yeah. You'll have something
Um,
where you just put the two drivers in, and it'll tell you what the fair market or my odds would be.
whoa. Okay, I'm down.
And
Maybe
then
a stat generator. Ooh,
once we get that, then we'll do it for groups.
whoa. God, I love geeks. I love this geek, dude.
Yeah,
Fuck
we
yeah.
roll it out, man.
All right, so I got a pretty penny on Larson top 5 even money and Busher top 10 minus 125. Once again, not going crazy like I did last week. I got two more bets in the Cup Series, and then we'll skedaddle on to Xfinity, and we'll get Grid Rival in. You're probably not gonna like this one. But I bet. Bless you. I don't know if that was a sneeze, but it sounded like one. Um, I bet Bubba Wallace top 10 at plus 250. And I also actually I bet 50 to 1 outright. That was my first Bubba bet, which is still available on Hard Rock. Zach's fair market was 20 to 1. And I had to confirm that because I didn't really believe it. This is when Kyle Busch at Darlington, his fair market was like 14, 15, 16, and BetMGM had him at like 35 or something crazy. This is the only reason I'm making the bet. Well, not the only reason. He's ninth in the model. So, okay, well, hold on. I saw the fair market. I saw ninth in the model. And I'm like, no way, he's 20 to 1. And I start scrolling Hard Rock and I see 50. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I start looking at the numbers. Ninth in the model, ninth in average run position, fourth in NLD speed. Now, I'm convinced, I know, Zach, that you don't use finishing position. I know you don't. But his average finish on the comps is 21.16. This is like stereotypical Bubba can't finish a race type stat. But speed and average run position are very respectable. So I'm a little confused. I mean, now I know why Bubba is in the top 10 of the model. But I couldn't see a $30 difference
I love
in
the top 10 bet.
250.
Yeah, I got it plus 170 for
Ooh.
fair. So yeah, you're way on the good side there. I think he'll be back half of the top 10 driver,
Okay.
unless Danny needs him to pit or move out of the way or something like that.
Fuck, dude. He's now plus 275 on Hard Rock for what it's worth.
I hope we
So,
get. How about ready? Final restart. Okay. Danny, Ty Gibbs. Nah, I'm gonna do it the opposite way. Truex, Danny, Ty Gibbs, top three.
wow. Teammates, too.
Yeah, and they're all on the bubble.
They all, well, Truex definitely has to win, right? I mean,
Basically, it's again, you kind of have to wait till the start of with the stupid stage points. You have to wait till the start of stage 3 to see
yeah, good point.
really what's going to again because like someone could wreck early. Like I think that affects a lot of the way they race too. Like so last week when Denny and Blaney had that trouble early, like then other guys that thought they had to win can switch the points.
You're right. Plus, right, and Denny could win both stages, and who I don't know, whoever's on the bubble, a couple guys are in trouble, and now he's 32 points up, and he doesn't have to race hard. So that's right.
Yeah.
Good point. You're right. Now, I would love me a little Tyrone Giblets over half a win 2024. That'd be a little fun to cash. I'm still getting a little nervous, Zach. I'm a little nervous on that one. That's a lot of money tied up for a lot of months now.
So you
I'm a
just
little
need
nervous.
What you need him is get knocked out this round. So then at the Roval, he can just go for the win.
Oh, shit. Fuck. Or Talladega. Fuck.
Yeah, but the Roval, again, like.
And he'll go for the win at the Roval, yes.
Someone that's not in the playoffs is going to win the Roval. Or someone that's
Bet
been
on it.
eliminated. Like,
man, I wish we could bet futures bets at road courses.
yeah. Like,
That'd
it's
be sweet.
just how it is.
All right.
Or someone that's in a must win.
Right.
Like
that
someone
would flip
that doesn't go
Sure.
for fucking stage point. If you go for
Yeah.
stage points, you're done. Like,
good point.
Truex proved that this week.
Good point. You're right. Okay. What is your best number on Bill Byron?
For what, like my fair market or?
No. Your fair market's I think 20 or 25.
What's available out there?
Yes. And by the way, the books still have Denny at a stupid fucking number to win the championship, which is ridiculous. But just saying.
MGM has 18 to 1.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. All right, cool. Well, I thought I was getting boned with this number that I took. I took Bill Byron at 1750. And the only reason, this is my last cut bet. The only reason I did, I just think that's a ridiculous number on a Hendrick guy. I mean, he's been dilly whacking his cock for 16 weeks now, but he's got to turn around at some point. And
they were all so ass last week.
Fucking train wreck, dude. Terrible last week. But okay, so he finished third in 22 and ninth in 23, and then he wrecked early in the spring this year. On the comps, he's eighth in average running position, but he's not popping off the page either. Kind of like Bubba. In the six comps, he's got 3 DNFs. So I don't think he's showing up on anybody's radar this week. I think you're the highest I've seen him in a model of anybody that I look at. And I think he's 11th, 10th, 11th, 12th, somewhere in there.
He's right in that range.
Yeah. So in his non-DNFs, he's finished 3rd, 9th, and 6th. I already talked about the 3rd and 9th. So clean race, hopefully he shows up with the speed that they had early in the season. At some point, he's got to turn it back on. I think Fugel is too good of a crew chief. I think this is how things go. Obviously, I don't remember. What did he do at Darlington? Oh, he finished 6th, didn't he? Yeah. So, no.
Yeah. I don't know where he finished, but he was wasn't great.
Oh, no, he wrecked. In the spring, he finished 6th. So that's obviously when he had his speed. But Darlington, too, a couple weeks ago, he had an average run position of 7.4, but finished 30th. So my point is, the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks, we've had one race where William Byron could show what he's made of, and the first 2 didn't matter because he was already locked into the playoffs. So I think this is going to be the first time we're going to see Bill Byron show up with what he's got, winning stuff, top 5. Let's see what his top 5 number is. I bet it's fucking juicy. 3 to 1. I'm okay. Top 10 minus 120. I like my Busher. Busher top 10 minus 140. The gods are listening. Well, in that case, go ahead and slap Byron top 10. That's fun. Minus 120. What are your thoughts on, I guess, the non-Kyle Larson drivers for Hendrick and Bill Byron?
I don't have any of them up there in the top. Like Byron's fringe top 10. The rest aren't even in the top 10. Mm-hmm. I think someone you might be able to fade this week, if you really want to get into it, is Joey Logano. And here's why. He's already locked in. Okay?
Right.
What's his most important race? Kansas next week.
Yep.
Because it's Kansas, Dega,
Mm.
Roval.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you think they spent any time working on his Bristol car this week, or he's
Absolutely fucking not.
yeah?
All right, what do you think about? I don't have any matchups out yet, but what are your thoughts on this group? It's Truex is the favorite, then Logano, and then Reddick and Kyle Busch.
I'd
Got a
probably
feel on
bet
that?
Reddick.
3-1.
I
That's a
have
big number
Reddick
on a
right by
group.
Bubba in the rankings.
That's
And
right.
again, that's like someone else. I'm trying to think who else in the points. I don't think anyone else has enough points to play that thinking. But I mean, if I was Joey Logano, I'm sure they've been thinking about it since they won the race. You know?
Yeah, and also when he won the championship a couple years ago, I'm pretty sure I don't have Roy's memory or your memory, but I had some
Yeah.
weird things stick out. I'm pretty sure he said it doesn't matter what the next 2 weeks hold. We're at Phoenix. That's
That's because he won
all of
Vegas.
our right. All of our efforts. I'm pretty sure he
So,
vocalized that. He said that.
and I know people yell at us, but if you're good at Kansas, you're usually pretty good at Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas.
Yep.
So, say you win at Kansas, if you've put, since they've won, if they put all their effort into that Kansas car, say he wins Kansas, they're going to put that car to the side and tune it up for Vegas. Like that's what Penske does.
Yep.
That's how they won their championships.
Great point. Phenomenal point. All right. You have an Xfinity play, my friend.
Yeah, but it's also the same lines as Ty Gibbs. It's smoked.
Okay. Let's hear it.
I mean, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Well, what do you open
15-1.
at?
He opened at 20. I got him at 15.
Damn,
And then I
I got
think
him
he opened
10 here.
again today at like 25. Some people got him.
And the motherfucker's bringing the same car, huh?
Yeah, as long as it doesn't catch fire, he would have won last time.
Damn. He was dick
Basic,
slapping the field.
and he's basically said this is it.
Yeah, no, I believe that's the case.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know, nostalgia, whatever. You give me 50. I got 15. I wouldn't bet him at 8 or whatever. Anything under double digits, I probably wouldn't go anywhere near him. But I got 15. I got some money down. I'm gonna have something to root for.
Listen, all you non-fun, derogatory nerds, derogatory definition, that don't like to have fun, and I can believe it because it's Dale Jr., probably the last race. He was competitive last year. Zach, I was a little surprised Zach pulled that out of his rabbit's foot for this one. You got to have some fun every once in a while. I like to have fun. I use disposable income to gamble, and I like to have fun. So have some fucking fun and go bet Dale Jr. at 10-1. Just fucking do it. How electric would it be if Dale Jr. wins the damn race on Saturday night? You know how much
You know,
fucking beer I'm going to drink on Saturday night if he wins? You know how much beer he's going to drink on Saturday night?
remember that
Boy.
dumb comment I made earlier that if Denny wrecked on Saturday night and gets out of the playoffs, that would be the loudest Bristol will ever be.
Uh-huh.
Not even close.
Wrong.
When Junior wins on Friday night,
Oh, Friday night. Fuck, I said Saturday.
yeah, when Junior wins on Friday night, that's the loudest Bristol's ever gonna be.
God, I'm so fucking dude, and I have no plans Friday night. I am going to fucking drink beer and be glued to that damn TV for this Xfinity race. I am fired up.
My fare on him was 12, so when I saw
Okay.
I was told he's at 20 by the time I logged in and got to it, it was at 15.
Damn.
So, but I was like, honestly, if it was 10, I probably would have still bet it. Just a little. I wouldn't have bet it as much as I did at 15.
I'm betting that. I don't have money down yet. I better get down tonight before that 10 turns to 8.
We're gonna the 88's gonna go back to back.
Whoa. Oh shit, Zach. Oh
Like
fuck.
that.
Oh shit. I do like that. Oh my God. I do like that. Damn, that'd be sick. I wonder how many times that's happened in the history of NASCAR. Probably fucking never.
You could ask that Trey Ryan, dude.
Good point. Good point. He was spitting some fire through the first 100 races. I'll tell you that. All right. Well, the only Xfinity bet I have is I bet PBR at 2250, and I bet top 5 plus 325. I was just having a little fun, you know. We like betting PBR around these parts. He's
Yeah, he's far down.
Yeah, he's a little far down there, folks. There's likes of guys ahead of him that I don't like. Ryan Seek, Parker Kligerman, AJ Allmendinger. I don't think Chandler Smith's going to be worth a dick this week because he never is. Watch, he's going to go out and race. Junior's fourth in the model. Truex is fifth. Austin Hill, where the fuck you at?
I mean,
Brandon
Algar should whoop him, but
he's got shades of bed shitter too.
yeah.
How many
I mean,
times
if
we
he's
bet
the
on him and he
fastest car,
wrecked?
if he's the fastest car, he'll probably shit the bed.
I think I might pull out the Carson Ware. What do you think about that? Joey
Fuck with that.
Gase.
Dawson Cram, Chad Fincham,
Garrett
Logan
Smithley.
Burden.
Oh, Austin Green. Oh, Logan Bearden.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, fuck the damn books for not, or fuck Hard Rock for not giving me truck odds. But we have once again a perfect. Well, I guess it's not perfect. It's near perfect metric with Christian Eckes at 1. But I don't know if I've seen this in a long time or ever. You have 4 guys in tier 1, and Corey Heim is not first, second, or third. Talk
Yeah,
me through that.
it's the truck series. Anything can happen. Anyone can come out and get hot usually. I think Akis should probably walk away with it.
Mm-hmm. You got actual odds on him available to you?
I think Caesar's had him. Let me see. Let me look at him. Auto.
I don't have Dick when it comes to the truck series.
I wonder if they pulled him.
Might have.
They were up for a little bit, and I don't even remember looking at him to see what it was. Yeah, I'm not seeing him now.
All right. Well, don't even think about betting Ty Majeski because I already took that look at Bristol party to victory
Oh,
lane.
there he is. I got him. Plus 550 is Majeski.
Fuck him. What's Eckes? 2? 180?
Nope. 150.
Oh my God. Okay, Kyle Busch. Give me a break. Give me a fucking break,
Now,
Kyle.
Zilich is in this race, but I don't think
What's his number?
950. I don't think he's gonna. It's not a road course. Like again, he'll probably be top 10, maybe if he's real. If he comes out top 5, like runs top 5, finishes top 5 or better, like if I can get him in Cup in 26, I guess, like 1 year in Xfinity and done.
I concur. Would you rather have in a parlay Briscoe top 10 plus 160 or Bubba top 10 plus 275? Just hypothetically.
Bobo on the number, because if I'm doing a parlay, I'm trying to make a lot of money.
All right. Well, that's a little juicy here, boys. All right. I was just cooking up a little parlay. While you were talking about Zilich, I was looking at odds. I was looking at the power rankings for the Xfinity Series, and I took a little Jesse Love top 5 and Bubba Wallace top 10 parlay. I mean, it's 15 to 1.
Corey Day's also in the he's the Hendrick
shit.
prospect.
But
he's not.
Go ahead.
He's a dark guy. He's gonna have to adjust. Much like Larson. When Larson first came over, it took him a while. Like Corey Day is gonna need some time.
And is that McAnally truck gonna be worth a damn?
I mean, that's Akis's truck.
Well, it was Zane Smith's truck, but he hadn't done dick in that truck.
He was all right in a couple races, like top 3.
Well, if you're gonna give me all right to a guy first time or second time on pavement,
I don't think Corey Day is gonna be anywhere near that. Like he's gonna probably like if he has a runs all the laps and finishes top 10, top 15, that's probably a successful day for him.
Okay. All right. I'm with you. Okay. Anything else to add? Let's get Grid Rival and let's get the fuck out of here. How about that?
Sounds good.
We're gonna do a little.
How did we do last week?
I don't think we did particularly well, Zachary.
That sucks.
I don't think we did. Let me pull it up.
Well, that's probably because the Toyotas, just didn't show up, and Hendrick just didn't show up.
Yeah, we did not have a stellar outing. Well, we went 2. Oh, okay. We went 2 for 5. We won Larson over Suarez by 1 spot, I may add. and we won Giblets over Keselowski, and that was about it. We got smoked on the rest of them. This week, I say we just do. Oh, I don't know. We might have to discuss this a little bit, buddy. Gibbs versus Hamlin.
If you need to pick the lower owned or the lower choice, you definitely go with Gibbs. If you want the higher ranked, it's Hamlin, but it's not by much.
That would be our scenario. So we're taking Giblets.
Like, I would imagine that's like 80-20 Hamlin, because everyone's like, Hamlin's going to win.
Maybe more, actually.
Yeah.
Okay. Briscoe Truex. See, I think people are going to be all over Truex, and this is where we fucking come back, baby, although we're way down on the list. We've missed a couple weeks. We've sucked a couple weeks.
Yeah, I like Briscoe.
Yeah, let's do Briscoe. Okay, we're on pace for Abacadabra. Just saying.
Nice.
Blaney versus Elliott. What do you? I know I asked you about the Hendrick guys, but you don't love them this week.
Yeah, they're both. Blaney is Elliott's. They're both in the late teens. That's awful.
That's bad.
I would just go. Let me see who had more speed in the spring. Probably neither of them because they both suck. My God, they're awful.
Elliott. It's Elliott.
Yeah. I mean,
dude, what's crazy is Elliott has the second best average finish.
No, but he's not fast.
His average run position is fucking 12th. It's terrible. 14.6.
So, like, what that tells me, he's just locking into good finishes.
He's finishing better than he's running. Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's not people I want to bet on. I want to bet guys that run fast.
Absolutely. That's why the first stat I give out is the model ranking. The second one is usually average run position.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll go with Blaney, huh?
Sounds good.
All right. Christopher, we're still on pace for Abacadabra. Christopher Bell, Joseph Slogano. We already know the answer to that question. All over Bell. Logano is already in Kansas City. Bowman and Red Dog.
I like Red Dog.
Yeah, we've talked a little bit about 23-11 tonight.
And what's Bowman? Like, Bowman probably just needs to ride around and get some fucking points and then move on. Like,
see, I don't know. Dude, I'm a shitty ass podcaster. I don't even have the damn points up. I haven't even looked at them once tonight. Fuck them. Whatever. I know Denny's 6 out, and I don't need him to finish 6 out. I need him to gain 7 points on the guy in front of him.
He's almost 20 points clear of. No, he's actually almost 30 points clear. So, like, guys like Bell, Cindric, Bowman, Suarez, Reddick, Elliott, Blaney, Larson, Byron, kind of just need some points, and that's it.
Sure. Get 10, 12 stage points and get on out of there.
Yeah. Like, get some stage points, finish top 10, top 15, and you're probably moving on.
Yeah.
I think Briscoe, Gibbs, Hamlin, Keselowski, Truex, and Harrison Burton are the ones. I mean, unless Harrison Burton wins, he's out. So he's out.
Fuck him. Oh, picks, playoff picks. How are we doing?
I got the sheet here.
You got it? Yeah, pull that.
We all had Harrison Burton out.
See you fucking later.
So we're all probably gonna be good there.
Yep.
If Truex is out, that's good for me and Rory.
Fuck.
If Suarez is out, that's not gonna happen.
Dude, he's up there, isn't he?
Yeah. So probably if Truex doesn't make it, me and Rory will both go 2 for 4. You have Bowman, Suarez, and Gibbs. So maybe if Gibbs doesn't make it, you'll go 2 for 4. But the big issue is that someone's championship pick. Dude, 2 of your final four are out of the playoffs right now. Just so you know.
There's a slight panic.
Some smart guy picked Joey Logano in his final 4.
I don't know who that would be because I'm clearly not a fucking smart person.
No, you picked the 6. You picked the other Ford. Good luck with that.
No, he's not doing okay. No, he's
Hamlin
12 out.
You have Hamlin and Keselowski both out of the playoffs.
Oh, right fuck me.
Yeah.
Austin Cindric is second in points, by the way. I just want everybody to know that.
Yeah, I picked him to go out first, and that was a bad idea. So
he's a bum, dude.
he
All
took
right.
advantage of the system.
So that's
I mean,
fair.
it's
Honestly,
yeah.
fair.
Next round's the same way. Next round's the same way. You're gonna have
Yeah.
one race and then two points days.
Yep. Yep. Okay. One more thing before we bounce. Okay, so I'm in the doghouse. Okay, I understand. So, oh, fuck. Do I do it now? All right, we're very close to figuring out or finalizing our deal with Grid Rival. And I know that all we've been doing recently has been the matchups, and that's all we've been doing for the last 2 years. However, we reached a little agreement. We're gonna. They have some more offerings. They have a lot of the things that Underdog and Prize Picks, but it's strictly motorsports. So they have, pick higher, better, worse, yada yada. They got the multiplier deals. So we'll have a code. You'll get a little bonus. We'll make some money, which we've agreed. Well, I'm gonna dictate this. We're just going to put it all towards merch and giveaways and fun stuff. And if we make a little money, I mean, if it gets to the point where we're making money, okay, we're not going to go buy a Rolex and put Layin Coin Podcast engraved on it. Yeah, that was a funny joke. Anyway, we're going to have some private contests, some DFS stuff. So be on the lookout for that. We're close. We signed the deal last week, I think it was last Tuesday. Waiting to wrap up some loose ends. I had to have a lawyer look at it. Anyway, we're probably getting fucked anyway. But yeah, Grid Rival's trying to do it. They're trying to get involved. They're trying to listen to people like us. We've given them some recommendations. There's a lot of legalities that they have to work through to be able to offer things in certain states. And I remember our first meeting with them 3 years ago, and they were barely scraping by to be able to get that matchup contest done and accepted and whatever, licensed, whatever. And they were only in like half the states they wanted to be in. So they're in more states now. They have a lot more offerings. I know I'm going to play a bunch of them, and we'll have the code and we'll do the thing coming up shortly. So it'll be more than just matchups. So anyway, thanks for listening. Wow, hour and 27 minutes. Who the fuck would have thought me and you would have gone an hour and a half?
I didn't think we got that long without Rory.
Wow, I can't believe it. Fuck, we might have actually talked about some intellectual shit tonight. Oh, they got Xfinity too. Fuck yeah.
People will probably hate it.
Yeah, okay, Zach. Watch it. We gave out some goddamn winners tonight, boy.
Hopefully.
All right, boys. Beer don't. Pot will be up in shit. I don't know. 30 minutes. I'm hardwired tonight. Fuck, I forgot to say that. Anyway, see you, boys. Beer don't.